Capricorn, thank you for tuning in to Perfectly Imperfect Tarot. This is Green Eyes here with your reading. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Martians, astronauts. Pick a node. It doesn't matter to me. I love you all. Cross watchers, I am a snitch. I'm telling you now. Please don't curse me in the comments. Love you too. Caps, this is a judgment-free zone, but you will hear the truth. There's no gender or age, only energy. You're going to hear me use terms, he, she, her, him, they, them, it, heifer, pay it no mind. Feel the energy. Remember, roles can always be reversed. Caps, I thank you. Like, share, subscribes, emails, comments, love tokens, donations. Thank you, and I thank you again. All right, let's talk about your energy. A couple of things. One, I feel desired in your energy. I feel like you have someone's attention, if not in love, in admiration and respect, you know? It's not even envy, it's literally admiration, and I love that for you, okay? There's also this. I was seeing somebody snap their fingers. I don't know if you're making things happen quick or you're expected to do things quick. Maybe you're snapping your fingers, telling somebody to hurry up. Be prepared for making a quick adjustment or change or decision. Excuse me. Okay. A quick adjustment, change, or decision, okay? There's something else here. Hold on. It was the admiration. It was the snapping. Expectation. You might hear like, oh, you look better than you do. You look better in person than you do in your picture. Or this work is better than I expected. I don't know how to say this. It's almost as if either somebody is looking at your old photo or looking at your old work, and when you produce the new work or they see you in person, it's like, wow, you know what I mean? I'm impressed. Yeah, that's how it was coming into your energy. So let's see what's going on. We're pulling from the Queen of the Moon Oracle today. Can I have Capricorn, please? Nice. Abundance. You know, the beauty of abundant energy, it's not always about the coin. You know, abundant energy is full. It's whole, okay? It touches every single area of your life. And it kind of speaks to how I felt coming into your energy. I feel noticed. I feel admired. I feel desired. I feel healthy, you know? And that's what abundance, you know, is. It's, you know, when it touches every area of your life, your mental, your physical, your spiritual development. Little things like, you know, that parking spot opening up as soon as you pull in, you know, you getting the last loaf of bread on the shelf, you know, when that's all you needed. Little things like that we discount, but it really kind of makes a day like bearable sometimes, if not better other times, you know. A smile, some act of kindness, making the lights, going to work, things like that can really shift your frequency and your vibration, which helps you call in more abundance. You know, it's like the more abundant energy you experience, the more you call in abundance from the universe. So beautiful, beautiful work here, Capricorn. What you have coming in is blossoming, because once you get it, you got it. You can take it from there. And that's how you guys work. You like hands-on. You like to, you know, learn what you need to learn. But once you get it, you got it. And then you put your twist on it, and the sky's the limit for creation for you. That's what that is. You know, the sky's the limit. So basically, you're bringing to fruition, you're making happen, you know, your dreams, your goals, your desires. You're really taking authority over your life with this masculine energy. And for some of you, you're connecting in love for sure, or calling in love. Something is here, I'm sorry. Calling in love is what I was saying. Somebody's getting ready to, how can I say that? When you meet them, they're gonna say you're familiar, or do I know you from before? You might have known them before. I think somebody's being guided to you. I don't know how else to say that. Somebody's being guided to you. So they might have a sense of familiarity. It might sound taboo, you know, Cap, you know what I'm saying? You might be like, yeah, whatever. You use that line all the time. This one is actually real. They literally might say something like, your perfume they saw you in a dream, or your perfume or your cologne is familiar. They just can't put a finger on it. Something like that. You might remind them of a loved one that passed on. Something like that. It'll be, you know, of course, you do your own assessment, okay? But I think it's going to be a successful union. You see, it leads you right to pleasure. But do your own assessment, okay? All right, let's do your spread. This is feeling good, man. We ain't had a good reading like this in a minute. And I'm not mad at it. Let's go. I don't even know what deck I want for this. I don't want to mess with it. Yeah, let's do Light Seers. Keep it light. Keep it light. Keep it fun. Keep it whimsical. Even though it's growth, it's not a gentle growth. I don't feel too transparent. I don't feel too new. You know, like that death and rebirth energy. Sometimes it's so thin, like if the wind blow too hard, it might disrupt it. I feel strong in your energy. If you're seeing stuff, I don't know how to say this, so I'm gonna just say it. It's not my realm, but I'm seeing it in your energy. Movement, energetic movement. How can I explain? It's like smoke, you know, it's kind of like smoke that moves. It doesn't make a complete form. I just feel like I'm seeing it in your energy. Those, see, I don't allow them in my house, but you might be seeing them. You might even see them in the clouds. You know, it's just a form of smoke that moves in a way that it's living in some way. It's not just a regular cloud that's flowing, you know what I mean, above us. If you're seeing that, then yeah, you're seeing it. That's what I want to say. Others of you, if you're a little more experienced in your sight, you might be actually seeing portals. You see the circle shape. Now this is in your house. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually seeing one. It looks like on a bathroom wall, and then one on a bedside. It looks like a bedside wall. There's a little table. I guess there could be I don't see the furniture, but I see the little table and then the wall. So if you're seeing it, then yeah, you're seeing it. What to do about it? If you didn't ask for it, close it. Access denied. No more, no less. You have power of the tongue. I know we're not taught that. You do. You have authority. You have power in this realm, even if another realm is trying to attach or open up, okay? Never forget that. All right. Now that we out of la-la land, let's come back to earth. Strength reverse, Leo energy. And there's the Ten of Wands, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this in your core, even though this feels good. I can't, like I said, I just went through a couple of things that may be making you guys uncomfortable, which is why we're pulling this. You might feel helpless, seeing things, feeling things, trying to process what's going on. It might feel like a heavy burden. You're a star child or a chosen child or whatever you call that. I don't do titles, you know, me, myself personally. If you're new here, you know, I don't really mess with that. Star seeds, you can pick one. The names have changed over the thousands of years for so many things, okay? But basically you're connected to source. You're connected to source, period, point blank, to the creator, okay? Which is a great thing because you want to be connected to a most high God, you know, not just a God, a most high God, to the creator, not to creation of the creator. You understand what I'm saying? So it might be difficult to wrap your head around some things, or to kind of just act like you don't see it or wonder how to process it. Connect with it. As far as in your prayers and meditation, I'm saying, like, ask for an understanding, ask for clarity, you know, ask for guidance. And if you're afraid, ask for comfort. You know, and again, you have authority, access denied. You don't have to be afraid. You have control, access denied. Say it, access denied, okay? Crown this energy for Cap. For the rest of you with this strength reverse, yeah. For the rest of you with this strength, let me just turn my deck just in case you're new here. I start upright and tight. Okay, upright and tight, but you see how they're flipping. For the rest of you with the strength reverse, it's basically just you're still, I think, trying to get a hold on I want to say admitting that your belief system is evolving. That might be something difficult to ground. It might be difficult to explain. It might be even difficult to support diplomatically in a conversation, because right now it may be simply based on a lived experience, you know. But that's the beauty of the relationship with the Most High. It's personal. It's so personal, so personal. Believe me, if you were meant to lead, or if you're called to lead, you will be positioned to do so and be provided for to do it. That's how this thing works. But for now, let's just appreciate, pull down from this Two of Swords in reverse, and appreciate the fact that you feel that the direction that you're headed in your mind may ruffle some feathers, but it's solid. You know you're being divinely guided. You know you're awakening. You can't deny what you feel. Even if you're tapped into the rumbling waters of the spirit, if you're feeling that in your gut, you know, if you're tapped into that, you can't deny that. That's hard to explain. People don't know that. Kind of like people can't really explain when they do the tongues in the spirit, you know, they can't, it just flows for them. You know, it's almost like a throw up. Like you can't really explain that feeling. You have to actually throw up. I'm sorry to be vulgar, guys, but I need you to understand that when things happen and you're developing and you're trying to figure it out, sometimes it's just in you. You know, and that's how I feel here. It's just in you, which makes sense now to me about this abundant energy, because people who are willing to take it up a notch in spirit will be blessed, you know, for recognizing that growth, for recognizing their path, you know, things like that. So when you pull down from this Two of Swords coming in reverse, basically it's pulling down from the clarity of, I know I'm on my way. I know I'm on my way. I know I'm on my right path. That's what you're saying here. So pull down from that and let it assist you when you may have questions of whether or not, you know, you can even do this thing called life. You know, can I really do this? Am I really going to do this? Am I really going to date this person? Am I really going to go after that job? Am I really going to move all the way over there? You know what I mean? Those moments in life. What's working against Cap right now? Please and thank you. See, you got to recognize who you are. That star came right back. Let's talk about this Aquarian energy for a second. Aquarian energy with the star is literally like, let's say you're a singer, right? You're a singer and you're on stage and the spotlight is on you and the Most High is in the front row in the very first seat. And the Most High says, Cap, let me see you do your thing, baby. And it's so personal because it's just you and the Most High in this huge, let's say, auditorium or venue, you know, and you are performing your heart out because you have the personal attention of the Creator. That is star energy. Knowing that you're connected, knowing that you're special, knowing that you're having your shot, your chance, knowing that you're noticed, knowing that you matter. You know what I'm saying? So when this energy comes up working against you, these things you might be questioning within yourself, which makes you not feel strong. But if you can't feel strong, at least feel clear. You know, sometimes you don't know everything, but you know this. You know, I might not know everything, but what I do know is that, you understand what I'm saying? What I do know is that's what you have to look at. I might not know everything, but I know this. What I do know is this here. I know I'm doing that. I know I feel this. I know I see that. You know, things like that. All right? But if you're not feeling that special connection, then that affects your passion for forward movement, because then it's like, this is no fun. You know, what am I doing? Is this something I even want? Things like that. Where's this coming from for Capricorn? I'm loving this. Past energy, please. What brought this on? You put conflict down. Man, that must have been hard for you, Cap. I ain't gonna lie, because y'all love conflict. I love you. You know, we talk here. It's just us. But that's how you're the only one that can hold and wield devil energy. It's because of your ability to really keep your calm, think clearly in conflict. In the middle of the storm, that's when you're good. You know what I mean? You're really good. But you actually put it down. You put it down and you said, I want to focus on you fill in the blank. You know what I mean? My future, my family, my finances, my health, all of the above, my relationship with God. You know, you said, I want to focus on that. And you did that with your whole heart. And I think it has blessed you in so many ways. And it's continuing to bless you, probably maybe to a point that you're like overwhelmed, because this is major right here. Major. Look how happy, you know, look how joyful. Okay. I love this. Where are we going with this for Capricorn? Future energy, please. All right. Nine of Swords. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's you know, it's people. I'm gonna do two things here. If you feel like you're developing spiritually, you know, if you feel like your gifts are really to a point that it's out of your control, or you're really seeing things that you are just not comfortable with, don't suffer in silence. Okay? You don't have to. You don't have to suffer in silence. The headaches, the sleepless nights, the fear, the anxiety, the depression. Don't do that to yourself. All right. If I'm telling you, you have power and authority in your voice. Number one, to deny access, to clean your house. If you follow some type of regimen like salt, sage, things like that, do it. You know, clean your space spiritually. Put your word under your pillow. Things like that. It's something that gives you comfort, okay? For everyone else, growing sometimes is not what we think it is. It takes an adjustment. You're getting great abundance here in every area of your life. Great abundance. But, you know, more money, more problems sometimes. You know, just like new levels, new devils. Same thing. Okay? The Uber is coming to pick you up, so you can't stay in this type of mindset of feeling lost. So make sure that when this Uber picks you up, this chariot, that your frequency and vibration is set on returning to comfort, return to loyalty, return to solid ground. That's what you want. This is your energy, King of Pentacles, solid, loyal, even, what do you call it? I'm thinking Old Joe. Why am I thinking Old Joe? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to say even stubborn. I ain't gonna lie. Even a little stubborn. You could be that, Cap. If that gets you back on the ground, do that. If you got to be a little stubborn, that's fine. All right? Because it'll get you to a space where you can maneuver a little better. You know, you can manage your time a little better. You might be able to deal with past life assistance a little better. But what you do is you juggle so that your emotions stay stable, but you're still moving in a forward direction. Assistance is available to you. Some of you are speaking to legal professionals. Yeah, legal professionals, maybe money management of some sort or property management of some sort. I also have to mention therapy. If you're interested or thinking about it, look into it. It can't hurt. You know what I mean? It can't hurt. But as you're developing, as you're processing, as you're understanding this thing called life, it's not that you're not accepting that, let's say, death is imminent, but it's more so that when it's a live death, that sometimes it's a little bit harder to go through. You know, when we think death, we think, okay, this person's no longer in the land of the living, in this realm. But we go through many deaths in life, many deaths in the rebirths. Those are cycles, those are chapters, you know, where that old part of us is gone and that new is born to take over from there. But there's an old that wants to hold on. And that, I think, you're going to heal with fellowship. You know, so like I said, for some of you, this is a legal matter, legal counsel of some sort. Others of you, it might be therapy, or it just might be getting out and being social in a healthy environment. Something that you can take your mind and say, you know what, I said I wasn't going to worry about it, and I'm not going to worry about it. I know I'm in uncharted territory. Yes, it's very scary. It's very new to me, but I can do this because a new beginning requires me to walk away from old emotions that have simply served their purpose. I am thinking logically, I'm thinking clearly, I'm dealing with the truth, I'm speaking the truth, I am trying to intentionally live my truth, and you are being assisted with this in many, many, many ways. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Even though you have memories, they're going to be healed with that Ace of Cups. This in itself is aligning you with the love of your life. I got goosebumps. Or you're aligning with your assignment or your destiny, so to speak, here on earth, because it's just simply time, and it's your time, you know? So, Caps, sometimes it might not feel like it. Sometimes you might not understand it. But the star that you are and the star that you're representing, It might not shine like the stars in the skies, but it makes it no less bright, no less significant. You know what I mean? And it's very healing. So be a little kinder to yourself. Do that for me, okay? Just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope it helps. Now, if in the event you say, Green Eyes, listen, you don't even know what I've been going through. You don't even understand. I'm looking at it. I'm telling you, but I understand. Please check your moon, check your rising. Don't take the energy if it's not yours. Leave it here for someone else, okay? Everybody, thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you guys are notified of future readings. It's free and it does support the channel. If in the event you're looking for a personal appointment, I respond to email requests only. My email is perfectlyimperfecttarot@gmail.com. Guys, if you like what you get here, if it helps you, feed you, even if you're simply entertained, please sow where you come to eat. I eat off of what you sow, okay? A cup of coffee, a slice, you know? Donation information is below the video. There's also links for Cash App and PayPal for your convenience. In advance, thank you. Other than that, please remember we are all perfectly imperfect. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.